Hi, everybody. This is Kristen Burton, your Executive Director for the Institute for the Advancement of Medical Thermography. And I am joined here this evening by our Executive Board. We've got Francine here, our President, Howard Vicks, our Vice President, Carol Conti, our Secretary, Cher Weinrow, our Treasurer, and we've got Lisa Callison, who is undecided yet as to what committee she wants to be on. We're working on her. We're working on her.
Wherever you need me, wherever you need me.
Absolutely.
I'm leaning towards marketing.
Great. And, you know, not every night can be the greatest attendance. So what we're doing is we're recording this for all of you. Let's see, I need to admit anybody? Nope, not yet. I might have to pause to admit people from time to time. But what we want to do is we just want to go through a little of this. You're going to see the board going through a little test, a little trivia test to see if, so we'll see how well your board of directors does. We're calling this the Healthy Business Happy Hour because we really want to help you promote your business. That's what the IAMT is all about. Us helping you learn and be educated and promote your business. And we're doing that in a couple of ways. We're putting together a very robust website, and we've been working on this for quite a while. What's exciting is that it's been myself, our Vice President Howard Vicks, and Francine's son, Victor, who's a very professional website builder. And the three of us have been getting together and really, you know, jamming, right, on what thermographers need, want, what they need to learn, what needs to be out there in the world for people to want to come and schedule an appointment with them. Howard, do you want to tell them just a little bit, let's skip to this right here, our website, a little bit about how the locator tool is working. I mean, before we had one little place. Now, how expanded is that locator tool?
Well, what we're doing with the locator tool just by itself is that for people who have multiple locations, they can put in each location that they do imaging at, and that will show up there. So anybody can come to the IAMT, and it operates in a similar way, but we've made it more robust in that we've got more locations where our thermographers are. So putting something as simple as your zip code, and you give it a radius, and you will find a number of different IAMT members who offer thermography services there.
And everything we're doing on this website is designed to drive people to look for you. So instead of having one little place on the website that says, find a place, is what it used to say. It still says it because the new site isn't live yet. We have find a thermographer, start your journey of thermography. We have buttons everywhere. So if somebody sees something on our website that gets them excited, there's a button waiting for them to go find you. And that is the whole website. We have two sides of the website, right, Howard? We've got the public side, and then we have the members only side. And the public side is all about getting people excited about thermography and to find you. And so if you're a member and you have an up-to-date membership, they'll be able to find you. Anything else you want to say, Howard, about that?
Well, just the members only side, excuse me, the public side, where anybody can go in and find information. The information is really provided in such an intuitive flow, and it's been optimized, SEO optimized, but also it's optimized for viewing on one of these. So it doesn't matter how they look, they're going to be able to, the website is actually designed to actually draw people in and want to find out more. And at any time that people say, you know what, this sounds good, they'll have the ability to click on a link, find a thermographer, and that will take them right to your website so that they can book an appointment. But there's the information about, you know, what is thermography, why thermography. we've set this up in such a way that it's going to resonate with the way people are looking now. There's a
Yeah.
lot of videos. There's a lot of images, not a lot of words. It's something that's going to be very
Videos.
attractive.
Yeah.
That people are really. That's where it's at today.
And you know, what I'm excited about too is, you see this third line here, send us your portraits. This is so cool. What we're doing is, we're not just having the locator tool, but we're having an entire tab dedicated to you and your business. Each one of you members will have your own box. And inside a pretty big box, actually, you're going to have your picture, your business logo, you can have your address and your phone number, and this is going to be organized by state. So I think Carroll County in Arizona is going to be our first, you're going to be our first one there, because I don't think we have anybody in Alabama. But so what we're going to have is a picture of Carol. We're going to have her website, her address, where she's at. You can click for more locations. And if she's a sponsor, and we'll talk a little bit about sponsorship too, if she's a sponsor, she'll be able to have a little video on there that says, "Hi, I'm Carol, would love to have you come to my clinic. We're located conveniently in the heart of blah, blah," you know, and just be able to just kind of have a connection with someone right away from the website. To me, that's huge. If I've seen someone talk, I can feel more comfortable with them. Because quite frankly, some people come to us a little nervous about what's going to happen to me. And when they see that comforting, nice face, you know, saying, "Hey, I'd really love to see you. You know, we do privacy imaging," whatever you want to say in your video, it's going to be great. So send us your portraits. We need high resolution portraits from you. And I think most of you probably have a professional portrait. So please send them to us. And here, I'm going to give this to you right now. KristenIAMT@gmail.com, and I'll get that to our website builder, Victor, and we will get your information in there, okay?
Can you show us an example?
Thank you. Thank you, share. Okay, hang on. I have to stop share here, and then I have to share again. And this is just a picture, a simple picture of what we're doing with the website. Lots of color, lots of boxes, not all this white spacey words, right? So at the very top, we have a beautiful banner that I don't have an image of, but underneath the banner is Discover Thermography with drop downs, Find a Thermographer with drop downs. And then on the other side of our little circle, we have the thermographer side. For thermographers, this is going to be login. It's going to be, you know, somebody who's thinking about joining, some information for them, learn thermography. This is all going to be on the thermographer side. This page right here is the What is Thermography page. And we have quotes, we have boxes, we have pictures. And as you roll down a little bit, there's going to also be a video. So it keeps people busy. It doesn't bore them with a bunch of words. So everybody who's watching, what do you think?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
We're using a lot of color on the website.
Yeah.
We took, obviously, our colors from our world of thermography, and we put them all over the website to make it very vibrant. At the same time, leaving white space in a lot of, you don't see a lot of white space here, but trust me, we got a lot of white space because we know that's what you need to do to keep people interested. Now let me show you another one here. This one is on the Why Thermography page, and this is just a little portion of it, but up on top we've got some information about, you know, why you would want to start a health discovery journey. You ask yourself a few little questions, begin your journey of health. When they click here, believe it or not, they're going to go to our locator tab. And then here's my video down here, which I can't play, but my video's down here. And then underneath that, find a thermographer. So people are going to be able to find you from our site. They're going to get excited from reading our site, and then they're going to be able to find you and your business. So that's so exciting to me, because we've been working hard on this.
Oh, nice. Oh, such a lot of work. Yeah.
It is, but you know when they say when you do something you love and you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. And this,
Mhm.
it is my jam. I love to get online with your son, Victor, Francine, and Howard, and we just get it all going, and we get in this zone.
I would have never known that about you, Kristen, ever, really. It's not obvious.
Yeah.
No.
She's such an even, no, her voice does no inflections there.
No, just a quiet little church mouse. That's me.
We're all blessed to have you, my dear. Really,
Yes, we
really,
are.
really appreciate you.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
been a pleasure. So here's our board of directors. Francine, did I murder your last name?
No,
I didn't.
no, this is fantastic. Just the way it's supposed to be.
Yay! I love it. Did I do it? Just want everybody who's watching this, in case you don't know who your board of directors are, these people and I have been working together nonstop since April.
No, absolutely.
We have logged
Almost every week.
Every week we have a board meeting, and you think, what are they doing? Oh my gosh, there's so much.
Well, that's what it takes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it takes.
So I want to go around the horn a little bit here because I'm jamming here. Share, tell us a little bit of a little corner of your world and what you've been doing in IAMT as a part of the board of directors.
Well, originally I kind of joined as the chair for publicity and marketing, and that opened a bunch of doors for some possibilities. And I think that really then allowed, especially Howard and Kristen, to recognize that I might be able to bring some expertise that I have from previous business opportunities that I've had over 30 years. And I'm excited to be able to be part of this because I understand not only being a thermography business owner, but also knowing how to bring people to your place of business and be exposed to what we do. And of course, the social media and the ability to connect people so different today than we've been able to do for all the years I've been in business. This is very exciting, and the beautiful graphics and the thought that's gone into this website is truly amazing. And my hats are off to the pioneers of this. And they were the ones in the covered wagon with the bonnets and the hoop skirts, okay?
I love hoop skirts.
Yeah. And I joined with just cowboy boots and a skirt.
Yeah. Wow. Just right ready for your imaging there.
Yes.
Cowboy boots and your skirt.
Yeah, ready. Breast imaging.
There you go.
Okay, Carol Conti. Wow, this woman can take some notes. I'll tell you what. She can. We have these board meetings. We're talking like chaotically, and somehow she's keeping track of us. And then she's
like a
bringing it all
madwoman.
back to us in some sort of organized form. You're amazing. But Carol, there's so much more to you and your business and what you do, and you've contributed wonderfully. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing.
Well, I try to keep up. Sometimes it's hard. But yeah, I'm the board secretary. I'm running a successful thermography business here in Arizona. And I've been doing this for almost 12 years. I'm in my 12th year. So I'm pretty passionate about it. I do not plan on retiring anytime soon. I told my doctor I'm going to retire when I'm 92. And I'm going to keep going. So I really enjoy being the secretary, you know, and taking the notes and keeping up with you guys. It's been really fun so far.
One of the other things that, just so people are aware, is that Carol is also the historian.
Right.
And on the new website, we're going to have some history to thermography and the IAMT and the IAMT's role in thermography. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. And our thanks you have our thanks, Carol, for pulling that together.
By the way, that phone call was Dr. Carol saying hi to everybody. She can't make the meeting, but she wanted to make sure she said hello.
Oh, that's nice.
I wouldn't have answered it for anybody else, but it was Dr. Carol, so I thought, oh, when Dr. Carroll calls,
Yep, we listen.
Okay, Mr. Howard Vicks, our vice president and my my cohort in building the website.
Yeah. Hey, folks. Pleasure to be here. I think what I've been, my involvement has been pretty heavy in the development of the website and asking some probing questions and bringing a little bit different perspective to what the IAMT is doing. And so it's a lot of fun because I'm working with some of the best professionals and thermographers and business people I could ever ask to work for, and our membership is so fortunate to have these women who have given of themselves so much to help the thermographers, us thermographers, and I include myself there. I'm probably one of the least experienced business owners here, so they have so much knowledge, and I can't wait to bring their knowledge, and we're trying to harness that and bring it to you, our members, because these are individuals. These women have very, very successful businesses. They're driven. They're passionate. They know what they're doing. They love what they're doing, and their passion is to see others, to see the science of thermography be all that it can be, because right now it's that much, and the potential for thermography to affect change in people's lives and the change in the input that it can be to the world of medicine. I can't think of a better group of people to make that happen than the people that are sitting on this conversation right now. So it's an honor, it's a blessing just to be able to work with them. And yeah, Kristen and I, we work well together, and I'm excited to be able to, do what little that I can to make this thing move forward.
Thank you. Yeah, Howard grounds me. I get all up in the clouds. I'm dreaming and imagining, and Howard will bring me back down to earth. And then sometimes I lift him, and we really do have a really good working relationship as building this website, and good creative team. And Victor is amazing, Francine.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. He's a very professional, and he knows his stuff. He really does. So it's been great. And last but not least, our amazing Francine, our fearless leader and president, who's right now in London. What is it? Almost 11 o'clock there. You've been training new thermographers for the week. Tell us what's going on.
Oh,
You busy lady.
Fantastic. It's just amazing. I'm in this clinic. I live in the Netherlands, and so London is not very far away. And I come here regular. But this training is really something different. I
Can't hear you very well, my dear.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, maybe I had to turn my volume up. We can hear you, but maybe a little louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah,
That's better.
Okay, better. Okay, so this clinic here in London is I actually trained the owner of the clinic, and she said, "Oh, you need to come to my clinic. You need to train them all the employees." But I started with 2, and they are so enthusiastic that all the employees want to have their thermogram taken this week. They don't want any delay, and they bring in all their relatives and friends, and I mean, we're completely booked. So it's so fantastic. So I think I need to come back in about a few weeks.
Oh,
Of the
there you go. We are.
Yeah, so it's
Thank you.
it's
Thank you for
amazing.
bringing new thermographers into the world.
Yeah, I know you were having trouble getting into London, so I'm happy that you made it.
Yeah, I made it. It's also because I'm having treatments here at the clinic, and so the customs didn't want to let me through as a medical professional. But yeah, well, as because I'm having treatments there as well, I could go.
Oh,
But
wow.
I have to isolate myself so I can be in the clinic and then isolate myself back in the hotel, and that's fine.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for what you do, and make sure you get them to join the IAMT.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking about it. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Lisa,
Webinars coming up.
Lisa, we've got you here. If we had, 20 others, we'd probably kind of slow roll that. But Lisa, tell us about yourself. Tell us about what you're doing out there. And you're in California, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
San Diego.
What you doing? What's going on?
Well, this couldn't be better timing, Kristen. Thank you so much for showing up and for all of you showing up at this time. I'm doing just about everything that a startup business would do, and I'm completing 12 years in thermography as well as Carol. And I am rebuilding my website from scratch into a WordPress, and I have a copywriter who is building a sales funnel of emails for me. And we're going to start producing videos to put on my website and to attach links to my emails. And I've got a new assistant who is helping me completely build my database in Salesforce, a real robust CRM, contact management software. And that's been a major undertaking because I've been doing it fairly manually through Google Calendar and Excel spreadsheets, and it's just a nightmare because everything takes forever. I send all my emails through Outlook one at a time, except when we're doing a broadcast, and then we do it through MailChimp, which isn't integrated with anything else. It's all, these separate pieces and parts, so it just feels really fragmented. So we're bringing everything together through Salesforce, and Salesforce has plugins and apps for integrating with Outlook and Google Calendar, and even MailChimp. So,
Nice.
Bringing everything together, all the pieces and parts together, into a puzzle that, makes sense and looks like a thriving business. I've wanted to scale my business for many years. Several of you know we had a bit of a 5 to 7 year hiccup here with my husband losing his arm to squamous cell carcinoma. And so that put our lives on hold for a while and almost lost the business. So I really had to do a lot of rebuilding when I could get back in the saddle and not be his primary caregiver. And so I really feel like I'm relaunching. I mean, or what I should say, finally getting out of startup mode. So
Wow. That's
yeah.
what we need to do with you, Lisa, is we need to interview you so that people who are starting their new businesses can get some ideas as to how to integrate a really smooth system. Because
I'd love to do that.
the last thing you need when you're trying to, get a new business off is to have all these fragmented pieces out there and you feel scattered. So awesome, Lisa.
And Lisa, I have some experience with Salesforce as well.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I'd love to talk with you offline.
Fantastic.
So
I'd love that. Thanks.
Let's make it a point to try and catch up sometime in the next week or so, if you can, if your schedule will allow it. And
Well, now's the time.
now's the time.
Well,
And I thank God for the 12
I'm sorry. No,
years
this
that I
is happy hour.
Oh,
We can talk.
I have my healthy
business.
mineral water.
Okay, it's beer o'clock somewhere.
You match our healthy business happy hour logo. Nice.
So, but let's try, Lisa. Let's try and let's make it a point
Thank you.
to catch up sometime in the next few days.
And I'd love to talk to Shar about some of your PR and marketing tactics or strategies.
Oh, I'd love to spend time with you offline as well. I've owned a very successful salon spa with my husband for over 30 years, and also my holistic wellness and detox center now for 3.5 years as a thermographer. And Lisa, we met at the event in Safety Harbor.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, and
I
18.
remember. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's nice that we all have some experience under our belts that we could share with each other. And Kristen, thanks for putting all this together, because I think it's invaluable for us to share ideas with each other.
Yeah, and that brings me to our next point here. Everybody has 15 seconds each to say something that you've done differently now during this difficult time. I hate that. To bring more people to your schedule, to image more people. What have you done that has made a difference? So Lisa, you're like starting from the ground up. Can you give us 15 seconds of one thing that you think is really benefiting?
Well, I'm sending out emails that have a little, big bright red type. Yes, we're still providing thermography services during this time, and we're taking every precaution to protect your health. And there's no better time than now to protect your health and have thermography help you do that.
Perfect.
Just the best time to be using thermography.
Howard, how about you?
I have just gone back into my database of clients that came once and we haven't seen them. If we haven't seen them in 3 years, we're going back and just reaching out to them, seeing how they're doing, and letting them know that we are back. We're doing imaging. We're taking the precautions. And oh, by the way, the interpretation team has actually come out with a special report that focuses on immune system and evaluating the stress that we've been going under to see if it's actually starting to take a toll on the body's functioning, and the immune system functioning.
How about you, Francine?
I've been on Zoom with healthcare providers like osteopaths, naturopaths, chiropractors, and I taken every specific group and said, I want to send my clients to your practice, but then you need to know what tomography is about. Otherwise, I can't send my clients with their thermogram. So if you want me to send my clients to you, then you need to be on Zoom. And so we are an hour on Zoom. They have a chance to introduce themselves and also send all their information to our company. And so they were very happy with this invitation. And we have been on Zoom several times with several healthcare providers. And so, but they all have their own network of clients. So if they understand finally what tomography is all about, then they will tell their clients to have their thermogram. Since we're all over the country in Belgium, I mean, the healthcare providers are everywhere too. So via Zoom, it's so easy to reach out to them. So that's what I did different. Yeah.
Do you have a PowerPoint that you're presenting on that Zoom?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Happy to share that with you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, by the way,
it's all in Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's true.
No,
Yeah.
it must be translated. Sorry.
But again, this is all part of what we're going to be bringing to our members in the way of marketing, because these are all ideas that are working, and the beauty is that I'm pointing, point one finger that way, three come back, right? So we're learning from people who are successful and doing things that are working. So we want to make this available to our members, because again, this is a member-driven, a member-centric organization, and we're here to help our members build their thermography businesses, to help them elevate thermography to its rightful place in the health assessment and proactive health field.
And if we had something,
am I FDA compliant with that, by the way?
No, you're awesome. You're definitely FDA, AMA
I don't know. There's still a bit of a rebel in me. I'm sorry.
tomorrow I'm interviewing Dr. Carol and doing a Zoom interview with her. And we're going to be focusing on why a physician would want to use thermography and how they can use it in their practice. And so this will be made available, obviously, to our members, and it will be prominent on our website. So I really think that's going to be powerful. And we can also, IAMT can schedule live calls where people can ask questions. We can do a Zoom call that focuses on your clients. Why would they want to do thermography if they're looking for more information, or someone who's already had thermography and how they can use it and continue to use it. And really, that's huge, because what a PowerPoint Zoom call would do for them in that case is get them back to you for their follow-up. And if they come back to you for their follow-up, now you've got them in their cycle, their routine of once a year. That's powerful. So we really definitely want to provide these kind of videos and live interactive chats. So
Yeah,
we're
and also,
Carol Conti.
one more thing.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say Francine, but I was going to say Carol needs to. She has not had an opportunity to speak yet.
Well,
You know, in the Zoom call, I also gave a very large discount for a full body study to these healthcare professionals. And so
Very
I see
smart.
them coming in now, and because they have the
I do that too.
experience, how we do it, how consistent we are, how much quality we give, that's why they really get to know what we do. And that's how they say the value of it. So
That's invaluable, because I can tell you that the clinics that I've worked with where the clinic owner or the lead person has not had thermography, the support isn't there. They just don't make the connection, you know.
That's right.
And a lot of them, I don't know why I can't get them to do it. They don't want to feel that vulnerable. Maybe they don't want me to know that they actually have health issues.
yeah.
Well, how do you get around that? You know, because there are a lot of clinic owners that are not walking their talk, and they have health issues and they're embarrassed, or they don't want to do the thermography because
Yeah, that's sometimes tough.
Yeah.
So Carol Coupon Conti.
Go ahead. Coupon.
Carol Coupon Conti.
the coupon is working. My phone is ringing off the hook.
Wow.
Been advertising. It's really funny. The newspaper I've been using, I have a quarter-page ad every week, and it's only costing me $500 a month. A rival newspaper has been trying to get me to advertise with them. Yesterday, they sent me a 70% off. Newspapers are hurting right now.
Yeah.
So they are giving deals for advertising, and let me tell you, it's working. The coupon book, I'm giving $30 off. They're just ringing my phone off the hook.
Wow. And you're only giving $30 off. That's amazing.
Is that for a breast or a woman's health study?
Any thermal exam.
Okay, good for you.
And the advertisement says, you know, we're COVID safe, etc. So they feel safe coming in.
That's a good way to say it. We're COVID safe. I mean, you don't have to go through the big deal. We have hand sanitizer and mask. You just say we're COVID safe.
Yep, that's all we say. But we also send out 3-month, 6-month, and annual reminder letters. I have a monthly newsletter that goes to, I've got over 2,000 now in my database. And that often gives discounts to my regular clients. I give discounts for couples. I give discounts for groups. You know, you're always thinking of something to, a hook to get them in. But I'll tell you, I've been really busy. And now, I mean, just about an hour ago, somebody booked another full body on my website that I've never seen before. Happens to even be a man. Wow. So tomorrow I've got 2 male full bodies.
And you know, and not to be disrespectful to anybody who's watching here, but you have no excuse not to be busy right now when people are saying, oh, it's COVID and nobody wants to come. Carol Conti is in Arizona, where, you know, they're like Florida, where I'm at, is the poster child for, increasing COVID cases.
And it's not a big city either.
No, but let me
You're
tell
in
you
a
what
remote area.
Let me tell you what's happening this week. I'm getting, well, especially women that are so anxiety ridden because of what's going on, that they're manifesting physical problems. Yesterday I had 3 that were so bad. I mean, headaches, stomach aches, doctors won't listen to me, I lost my job, whatever. And they come in for full bodies.
Wow.
And it was funny, I kind of got down yesterday because I keep getting this. I've lost my job. I don't know if I can keep my house, on and on and on. So it was really funny. I put my notes in my, on the software. And then I sent in another note saying, this person is so anxiety ridden. I'm sending her to a mental health professional.
Wow.
Last night, I got a call from Karen Asbury. Carol, how can I cheer you up? I'm looking at my notes.
Oh, yeah.
One of our
She's so
interpreting
sweet.
positions, really a
I
great
love
one.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. She's amazing.
Okay, Cher, what are you doing at the detox spa?
Okay, well, we have recently started a whole social media campaign. And one of my partners, who's a functional medical practitioner that deals with all kinds of gut issues and everything, she's got a great husband who's very savvy in social media. So he and a friend walked around town and filmed all kinds of different business owners and did this cool video on why God made business owners, and shots of everything, people working in golf shops, golf clubs, here at our holistic center, the people that, sell tires to people for their cars. I mean, it just went around town and did these cool snippets. And every one of us that were blessed to be able to be part of this are just getting people walking in the doors. And we also just put a big sign out front on the main highway, Holistic Wellness and Detox Center. We have people walking in the door. We've never had walk-in people just walking in. There's also a pharmacy right in front of us on the side of our building. So, people now are seeing the directional sign there, directing people back to our side door. And we're going to have to hire somebody just to answer the door, because there's 5 of us in here with all of our individual practices. We have an ozone sauna. We have the functional medical nutritionist. We have a phlebotomist that's doing tons of COVID testings right now. Wow. So sometimes 6 or 12 people are waiting outside to come in to get their test.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the exposure is fabulous. We also have a gal that does medical pedicures, just for people with diabetes and things that, if they get cut. And she's from Europe, where she was trained as a professional 3-year schooling on to do this. She's like a little doctor. I mean, she's in there with instruments.
Wow.
Yes.
So
And
what you're doing is you're drawing in people into your clinic on some things that are very important to them, like detoxing right now is very important.
Yes.
How many people out there know that their liver is the thing that clears your body of COVID? I mean, I think more and more people are learning that they need to have a powerful immune system that has a lot to do with the gut, things like that.
Well, here's the loudest thing we're educating and screaming to people about. What shape is your immune system is? Are you suffering from anxiety, stress? The stress that we've seen in the last week on images we've taken of people is unbelievable. We had a mother and a child come in, 7 years old, little boy. Oh, look at the doggy. A 7-year-old who we imaged.
He went to be with Mama.
Oh, what a cute boy. And we sent both the mom and the son in, and Carol called us and said, wow, these 2 people are like Max, stressed out. I mean,
Machi, are we talking thermal modeling patterns?
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I think the thing we need to scream from the top of our lungs right now for people that don't know what thermography is, they don't know how to gauge it. They can't go have MRIs and CT scans because you have to be pretty sick or have a real reason to even get into a hospital or an image center for other things.
Good point.
Why not? Pardon?
Good point.
Good
Yes.
point. Yeah.
So why not show them that if we have a way to show them that we can measure and show them where they're at with their immune system, and if we could show them how to boost it with some different things that we do to teach and educate them on.
Yeah.
I'm using CBD very successfully for people.
Right.
I've got before and
I am
afters.
too, yeah.
What a head looks like before and after, within 8 or 10 minutes, how the level of inflammation is pretty much disappeared.
So we can be busy during this time, and we can be
Yes.
helping people focus on their health and on the health areas that matter to them. Right now, the buzzwords that are getting people to act, we can be a part of that and get them in front of our cameras. That's powerful. Thank you, everybody, for that.
Yeah.
And for sharing with us. Let's move on here. We just want to let you know that we're starting to do brush up trainings. And Dr. Carroll has me training again. I got a training starting next week. Just found out, board, so I'll let you know what my schedule is.
We're doing one tomorrow right here.
Yeah, and that's right. Now I got a brush up training with Cher and Debbie tomorrow, late morning. And then in the afternoon, I actually booked another one. Now we do charge for these, but they're very reasonable. So call me if you're interested in a brush up training, and we'll talk about what your needs are and where you feel, you might have some skill gaps, and we'll get you back up to snuff, because you know what's going to happen. Fall is going to come, and we get busy in the fall. Regardless of what's going on out there, we're going to be busy in the fall. And if you feel like you need a brush up training, we're here for you. So call me if you need me. And we're going to give you a certificate too for that. We're going to call it something, I'm not sure yet, but everybody wants something to hang on their wall. So
Well, everyone needs continued, education credits or something like that,
And also Carol and I are working on the CCT. So for anybody who's a CT and wants to get their CCT, we're working on even different levels of CCT, like, level 1, level 2, so that people can kind of march up maybe a more shallow learning gradient.
Kristen, hey, Kristen.
Yeah.
Definition, CT, CCT.
Okay, so CT is clinical thermographer and CCT is certified clinical thermographer. And to have the CCT, Dr. Carroll wants us all to really work. So for those of you who don't have your CCT yet, it's going to be some work, but we're going to break it up into bite-sized pieces and give you a certificate along the way. And
what are the requirements these days, Kristen, to become certified? Is there a certain number of studies you have to do that have been reviewed by a thermologist?
Yeah.
A certain number of years, or what's the requirement?
It's not going to be years necessarily. You have to be a CT for at least a year, but after that, we want to have you learn some of the more advanced aspects of imaging. For instance, RSD. That is a very profitable imaging. It's a way to really, really help people. And I will tell you right now, here and now, that when I go do RSD, I'm one of the only ones in Florida that really knows how to do it. I charge $2,400 for it. Yeah.
What does RSD stand for?
Reflex sympathetic dystrophy. And then it's also part of the CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome. And it's a big deal. It usually involves attorneys and insurance companies because it usually happens as a result of an accident. So learning how to RSD image, as well as all the supporting documentation. I even have a letter that if you're going to image for RSD that you can send out to attorneys, lawyers, insurance companies. Hey, we do RSD imaging. Interesting, fun fact. Thermography is admissible in court for a diagnosis of RSD.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so again, we're talking to our members and anybody who may be seeing this. The IAMT will support you in promoting your specialty, and out of what maybe in the United States there may be 1,000, 1,500 thermographers maybe. RSD specialty is a fraction of 1%. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Kristen is probably one of maybe 10 people in the country
Wow.
who does this. And that is a certification that will be available to our members. And once you have the certification, you have to be able to market it and promote it. And as a member, you will have that available to you so that you can get this certification and then let the world know. Shout it from the rooftops. But who do you talk to? What do you say? What kind of materials do you need? All these things, this support to our members is what we're doing.
Yeah. And I've been
How
doing this for a
involved-
while, so.
How involved is the study? Does it require cold stress testing? Is
No,
it the whole body with like twice the number of images? What's involved?
it's these poor people, by the way, they're in tremendous pain the whole time you're imaging them. So you got to get a mindset too. This is about the mindset. But it is 3 separate imagings of the affected area and the surrounding areas that you need to do to support that area. So I would love to do a maybe just a brief overview video of what RSD is.
That'd be awesome.
And just kind of put it out there, because being able to RSD kind of opens up a whole new world for your business as well.
I've had maybe 2 patients come to me with that.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go through this quickly, because I know poor Francine is probably falling asleep there. God bless her. So we're going to go through this really quick, and we're just going to go around the horn, okay? So Lisa, you're first, then Howard, then Francine, then Carol, then Cher. So Lisa, what's wrong with this picture?
Oh goodness, somewhat out of focus, I would say.
Yep, what else?
high.
Yeah, not centered.
Not centered
Yeah, so it doesn't match the template.
and way too
Hot.
Hot. Oh yeah,
And you need,
contrast is too high.
you need to set the outline to 10%. This looks like 50%. Takes
Yeah.
up the whole image.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the zoom was way off there. Okay, Howard, what's wrong with this picture?
I can get that one.
Everything.
Wrong template or wrong body position, one or the other.
What's it supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be a trunk.
It looks like trunk anterior.
Yep, it's supposed to be a trunk anterior. What does not belong in this picture?
Let's see.
So
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, the head.
Yeah.
And also, for those of
You're
you
not
watching
seeing-
who are new, get those pants down,
Yeah.
a little bikini line, because when anybody else want to jump in on that?
The hands are missing.
Yeah, that we see to the elbow. These are real images, guys, that come in. So don't let that be you that takes that image.
I see
Okay.
a lot of other thermographers' images. People bring me their old studies from other thermographers. It's like, oh my God,
Scary.
who trained these people?
And how old is that camera? 75 years old?
Oh, that too. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Francine, what do you see here?
Out of focus, lateral right breast, and completely out of focus. So we don't know what we're looking at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of focus. And oftentimes, like if this was a good pattern here that the doctors could analyze, it's disappeared, knocked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would have been rejected, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would reject this one. Yeah.
Carol Conti, what the heck?
Okay, the feet are too far apart. They need to be back further or zoomed so you get the entire foot. I think they're a little hot. And you need more cloth in between the ankles there.
Yeah. And here's one. This is Carol's pet peeve. Anybody see Dr. Carol's pet peeve? The heels
Looking up
are
close.
digging in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Heels
It's
are
actually
into the
sitting on a surface rather than hanging
Right.
over the
They
surface.
have
That's
to
right.
hang off. Yeah, that's Dr. Carol's pet peeve. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Cher, what do we got?
Oh boy. Out of focus, too hot. Headband could be back a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the headband is over top of the ears, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I
covering
also
that.
see the other shoulder. Is that right?
It depends
Yeah.
on their posture. We try to rotate them out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not good to see the opposite shoulder. And the more the opposite shoulder
Oh,
you
yeah.
see, the worse it is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, this is for everybody. Try hard. This is a tough one. This is a tough one.
The gown, the finger.
Finger and toes.
No, they really should be using a pen as a pointer, not their finger.
Pull the gown
Are you
down.
sure they're just pointing?
Is the thermographer paying attention? I mean, when the client starts picking their nose, I mean,
Oh my.
This isn't a real image, is it?
It's
what?
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was when we did the 2016 national conference, international conference. I did some goofy pictures,
Okay.
and this I got Edie in front of the camera and said, "Let's just do whatever we can do to just really be
Okay.
silly." And
Everybody turn this in.
That's silly.
this was a
That's
classic,
silly.
yeah. But also, look, thyroid anterior. So look at the big
Mhm.
hand picking the nose is actually blocking.
Blocking the thyroid.
There's so much wrong with this
There's
image. I don't even
there's
know.
so much wrong here.
So much wrong. Here comes, if you can guess what these are.
Hands.
Hands.
It's like hoofs.
Hoofs.
Yeah.
Yes, we image horses now, everybody.
Dog paws.
Right? So what should we have done here?
Warmed it up.
Turn up the contrast. Yeah.
Hello, right? Heat it
And
up.
You
Heat it
need
up.
more of the arm.
Well, this is a thermographer who started at the head and just kept it at the same temperature the entire way down the body. So we don't even know how she took the images. Because by the time we got to the feet, they didn't exist, and then she didn't know how to fix it.
I was going to say, is she within the? Are they within the overlay there?
Who knows?
Hard to say.
You know, with the hands, now there's a line that's down the middle, and if you can just get the hands in view on the either side of the line, we're happy. And
Yeah,
look at
and
me.
hey, can I ask a technique question real quick here? And I know we got to go through this quickly, but most people can get the anterior, the dorsal side of the hands.
Right,
A lot of times people have a real tough time with the palmar
with the
side.
flip.
Then you turn them, you
Turn
turn
'em.
them around, put the board in against their back and have them hang their arms down.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet I could almost
Backwards
show
instead of
you.
Turning, yeah.
So you're gonna be like this,
Right?
right?
Mhm.
And then they go like,
Like that. And that's a perfect
Very,
palmar
very,
position.
very cool. Thank you.
yeah. A lot of time they can't twist if they have larger breasts too. The breasts get in the way, or they just have, you know, an arthritis or issue there with shoulder
Yeah.
or wrist. Yeah. Yep.
Good to know. That's a good one. Thank you.
Here
We
comes
just got the other one.
here comes a crazy. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Ooh.
Not bad. Just a little bit far away. They could be closer.
But is that supposed to be tilted to the right?
It looks like it's an
Looking at the
Is
overlay.
that the
looks like an
inferior?
Inferior
That's
left
supposed to be
oblique.
an inferior.
oblique. Yeah.
Yeah.
So inferior
seeing-
left oblique.
Not seeing the underside there very well.
Yeah, not using the overlay. And you know, the overlay is important to use because our physicians use the overlays and the anatomical overlays.
Sure.
Not just
Sure.
the positional overlays, but they have anatomical where they can put in lymph and things like that,
We
dermatomes
do.
and
We do
this-
too if we play with it.
yeah. Okay, now here comes
If the breast is still heavy, I still have them lift their breasts up because
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
in the inferior, if it's a really heavy breast, you're not getting enough of the underside.
it's true. Yep. Just make sure they don't claw at themselves and drag them up, right? You gotta
Yeah. No, they only go I just have them go halfway down and then lean back.
yeah.
I had one pull her nipples up. It was
Ow.
Ouch!
Ouchie! Ouch! Ouch!
Do you use pasties? Do you attach pasties with little tassels?
That's an
Oh my
idea.
God.
With the tassels?
Just pull out the tassels, honey. Okay, so this is just
Ah.
kind of just not done right.
Yeah, they're
Oh
not
my.
great.
Totally not right.
I'll tell you, I see this a lot. The camera is not straight on, and the
Right.
feet will always tell
Yeah,
you when
they're twisted.
when the camera's not straight on.
Yeah.
It makes one foot look shorter than the other, and it
Mhm.
looks like you're going up the legs at an angle, doesn't it?
I prefer the feet dangling. I have them kneel on a chair, and I just
That's
think that
Do
it
that
just
way.
works so much better. I put a blanket between the feet and around, and on the chair hanging down, so there's a good backdrop. And yeah, unless they have a severe problem with their knee, almost everyone can kneel on a folding chair with a cushion.
Yeah,
That just seems
That's a
to
great idea.
you get upside down
How-
feet,
well,
but it works.
that's a great idea, but it's not within the positional overlay. So how does David and how do we
It sits
interpret
upside
positions
down.
take
They
that?
don't,
It's
don't
all the
have,
same. I
they
mean, they
don't
still
have
see
an
the same
anatomy.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fit in the overlay, but there's no anatomy in there for them to put in, like lymph lines or things like that.
Right.
And I always use it as a little reward, because I do this dead last. This will be the very last image I do. I
Sure. Yeah.
skip over it. And I always say, okay, now it's time for your reward. You're going to sit down and you can put your feet up. You're going to lay back. Oh, you're going to have to hold this board though. But, I kind of make a joke out of it and tell them it's their reward for the end of the day imaging. But whatever gets you the bottom of the feet.
Yeah.
Wearing clothing and out of focus.
It's a soft focus, and we've got scatter too back here. You see the scat?
What's that?
Well, scatter sometimes comes when the room's too warm.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Either you
Wow.
heated it up too much,
Not seen
or
that.
the room is just a touch too warm, and the scatter starts at the edge of the body and works its way out.
Okay.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
Down here in Florida, we see scatter a lot.
Yeah,
What did
well,
they do here?
we're
They
down
touched
to
Get our
it.
hand against
You
the
can't
board.
touch the board.
Can't touch this. Doon, 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 doon. There's no jokes in thermography training. So this is all I have. When I train, I try to put little things in their head. So I sing songs to them. By the time
that
I'm
hair.
training,
Hair and focus.
Yep.
Although the focus isn't too bad, but there's definitely the hair.
yeah. Whoops, I moved it.
Yeah, you gotta
yeah.
see that forehead.
If this is the 307 camera, which I think it is, it could be a lot better focused.
Looks
Well,
like
you can still pick out individual hairs behind the ear, so it's not too badly
Not terrible.
focused. It's a little bit off, but the hair is the big thing.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh.
Just when we thought we were imaging the breast right.
What is that?
Well,
They gotta keep the arms away from the body. That's just so huge,
yeah.
That's-
This is the chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
yeah,
get
we
back.
need to zoom out or move the
I have
camera
them keep
back.
their arms out the whole
Yeah.
time. They just can't.
yeah.
Because that just heats up the axilla and it heats up their body, and it's hard to keep the vasoconstriction
And you can't be this far zoomed in.
that close.
Yeah,
it's
they're
too
way
close.
too close. Yeah,
If you're at 100%, now you got to do what? Move who or move what?
you got
Yeah.
to move the
They
client
should know the
back
camera.
because the camera's not moving. That's why we put them on a rolling chair.
You
Yeah,
can zoom out.
I can roll my camera backwards, but I had to
Yeah,
go
but
over
that
there
means that
and
you have to get out from where you're going. You got to
Yeah.
move the camera. No, they're sitting
No.
on a doctor's stool, and then we tell them, "Hey, half the fun of this is that
Backwards.
you get to sit on the doctor's stool and spin around, right? You make a joke out, of it. But they're on a doctor's stool so that they can push themselves back
Right.
or pull themselves closer.
do you know what I wanted to do when I saw this? I was looking for my color. I was going to
Oh.
touch the color at the bottom of the thing to heat it up.
Looks
Yeah.
like
My
it's
hands
way
just went
too
down
cold.
there to the.
But what study is this? Hips or legs? I mean, it's
This
So it's
is
supposed to be
the
a leg.
lateral leg. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're The legs cut off.
What else do you see
Too
here?
close. Too
Looks like
close.
they're wearing pants.
Too close.
2 buttocks.
Well, it's too cold. It's just too cold. It's just, it needs to be warmed up.
The
Yeah,
other
but
thing
I have a
is,
full leg.
anybody notice the camera? Is the camera level, you think, here?
No,
You
it's
think-
looking
you
from,
think it's
yeah,
at an angle?
it's looking up.
It's tilted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of new thermographers forget to glance at their camera from time to time to make sure that it's level.
Right.
Or you can just,
Woo!
Well, that's artistic.
Bombs away.
So the whole point of the inferior oblique is so the doctor can see up the outside of the breast and up into the underarm.
Yeah.
So this is wrong in more ways than one. They're not centered.
Back
In obliques, you've got to center them first. We're cutting off the important areas that we need to see, and
And it's too low. The camera's too low.
way too low. How about this?
Lovely.
Perfect.
The perfect breasts. I know this person. Perfect breasts every year.
I would love to get that image without the overlay, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for a
So-
fact Carol has that.
Kristen, so this is what the interpreting doctor is actually seeing with their overlay over our,
Right. Mhm.
Image.
Yeah. If you have the anatomical overlays, you can put in lymph. You can put in sometimes
Organs.
skeleton dermatomes. What else, Carol?
The organs,
Organs,
Visceral
right?
organs.
really cool.
But does the thermologist use that to
Yeah.
Yes.
pinpoint what's showing
Yes.
up? Okay.
Now
I
they
would
know
think
where
so.
the
That's
organs
great.
are, but they use
Well,
it, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'll skip over our trivia quiz because I know everybody's ready. But I did want to show you one last thing. This is RSD imaging, and this is what happens with RSD. You get the amputated limb.
Wow.
So it's a sympathetic response that literally, and Francine's got some great images too of RSD because she's imaged RSD. And what you have to do is you have to take the same set of images 3 separate times, 10 minutes apart. You have to have a thermometer in the room, keeping that temperature right on. And you have to deal with a client who's in a tremendous amount of pain. There's oftentimes a lawyer in the room with you. You always have to have another person in the room with you. So I had a nurse that
Wow.
was in the room with me. And it's like this big deal high pressure cooker imaging, and you have to be super cool in your head because there's no overlays for this. They
Wow.
can't fit into anything. You're lucky to just get the image, much less fit it into some kind of overlay. This woman was bent over in pain. Dr. Carol she is now fully competent to interpret RSD.
Huh.
She does a great job.
Oh,
So this is something we can do later. We can do a CCT on. It'll be part of one of the levels of CCT.
Oh, I think absolutely it needs to be, not even a level, I think it needs to be a special
Yeah.
certification.
Right, and it could maybe fit into a level, maybe, if it's part of the CCT2 level, or something like that.
Whatever it is, and we'll work on that, but
We
there
will.
needs to be a separate training on that, no doubt.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us who's watching this, and thank you for everyone who's here live. We're gonna let Francine go to bed now. God bless her. It's late in London. I appreciate all of you here, and also those of you watching our members. Please make sure that you check out our Facebook page. Get on our texting platform, text IAMT to 474747 to get on our texting platform. We're only texting you once a week, if that, reminding you of things. And stay in touch with us, connect with us, and we'll be doing this again real soon, won't we, gang?
So say that
Send
again.
us
You're,
your pictures.
Wait,
Yes.
Kristen, would you repeat that texting information,
Yeah.
please?
Yep, text IAMT, that's the message. And the phone number is 474747.
okay.
Yep. and you'll get a little thing back that says, you know, confirm or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
It may take a minute to do it. It took 5 minutes for me to get my confirmation back, but yeah.
Thank you so much, Kristen. You're
Yeah, thanks for putting this together.
really an inspiration for us all, and you
Yeah.
put together so much. You're
Thank you.
the best executive director the IAMT can have. So
Thank
we
you.
really
Very
appreciate
blessed.
all the things you do, Kristen. You put this
Thank you.
evening with together, and we're so happy with you. Thank you
My
so
pleasure.
much.
And Francine,
Did you
thank
get
you for being our fearless leader. You are an amazing example of a successful thermographer who you took this nugget of knowledge, and I remember the first time I met you, and you just took it, and you are thermography in Europe, and that is like gives me the chills.
Carol, I know Carol Conti wanted to
And
say
Carol
something.
Conti
before we
wants to
end
say something.
Just want to know if Francine got the minutes so you know when the next meeting is.
Yes, I got the minutes.
Good.
Just need to read them.
Well, the next meeting's at the bottom. You can skip to there.
Okay. Okay.
Lisa, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure. I feel blessed to have been hanging out with the board.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Indeed.
You're very
Happy,
welcome,
happy.
Lisa.
Our
Very
illustrious
welcome.
board.
Lisa, let's make sure we follow up too, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, and
You're welcome.
Sharon Howard, thank you so much for being with us too tonight. Everybody go eat your dinner, go to bed, Francine, and we'll see y'all again soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, you
Okay.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Be well.
Bye.
Don't let